Now, I was almost going off on a tangent earlier, but I want to talk to you about support local. Now, what is support local? What does support local mean? And what is it to do with Guardian's Help? Well, hopefully in this next little blog, or hello everybody, how are you? My name's Andy Kitstu. Basically, it denotes Guardian's Help will be setting up companies that support locally the people and communities of that area. So, some examples. Okay, I'm about to go and have a talk with some people in Sheffield. That'll be interesting, and we'll try and get them on board and set up something needed up there. But also in talks with other countries, like I'm in talks at the moment with a young group in Thailand. There we are. They're being basically, their businesses is being eaten up and taken alive and driven out of business with their fashion industry by imports where cheap pricing is killing the communities and depending on that work. A lot of them cannot compete because child labour exists all over the world. And where that exists, prices go down, and even big companies, they'll ask, all right, I'll have 20,000, how much a pound each? Or I'll give you 20, I want 20,000, but I'll just give you 50p. The knock-on effect is always that somewhere, someplace, someone's family are going to suffer. Now, Guardians Help want to do something different. So what do we do? Okay. We will invest in land and infrastructure to grow a community, all benefiting from the factory or outlet. Customers buying from Guardian's Help outlets and online are guaranteed not only quality fun clothing and products, but know they are helping people they may never meet. How does it help by support locally? Once set up, clothes can be designed by graduates of fashion locally. Designs are then made locally in supporting locally based companies and offered for sale. Now the designer gets financial assistance to design and sees a small sum of from whatever garment they've designed or item is sold. So all the workers are paid more than minimum wage. Support local companies put aside funds for investment into housing and facilities for the workers, as well as towards helping schools with grants and supplying much needed items to clinics and beautifying the area for people to come and visit and increase trade. We're not just supporting locally someone to make some clothes for us to sell. Profits from that locally will go to help the local people. So if you're in Middlesbrough and you're making for us an item and we are selling lots of those items, the person that designs it through to the person that makes it, the company, through to the worker, all benefit locally. And then they'll go places and see that the monies that they've raised have helped people locally. So that's what we call supporting people locally. And where will we support locally support? Okay. So we told you about, say, the Thailand project, which will help support the communities within Thailand. We'll also have something in Italy, Germany, all over the world, but areas that are really hit hard. And just so, I think it's going to be a wonderful project. You can start following us as we're building that on the blogs here shortly. But in the UK, some of the hardest hit areas facing devastating poverty will be where we build fashion outlets for manufacturing and also sponsor designers to colleges. From Coventry to Hull, Tottenham to Liverpool and Middlesbrough and the West Country, where I be coming from. There are many counties can be helped to reinvent themselves, to find ways to be helpful to the people of their county. Across America, some of the poorest neighbourhoods will see factories and opportunities come to them. From Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Hawaii, Buffalo, New York, and more. In Italy, where we work with groundbreaking fabric makers with eco-friendly, sustainable materials. in France, Ireland, Germany, Spain and Portugal, as well as Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, and so on. We will find ways to help work in areas that need help. The Army of Help, the Guardians, will be there. And Guardians Help will be an umbrella initiative that helps form new companies and independent initiatives where the workers not only get a fair wage and good living standards, but they get to know that the profits will all be invested in them. Many of those investments will also be new schools, clinics, dental practices, we need more of those, and affordable fun activities that cater for all, everybody in our society. From babies to the sadly departed Queen of 96. Everybody is included. I've always been driven by the thought that Guardians Help would be an opportunity for those that want to build better for their future generations. Whilst protecting the planet we share with millions of communities of other species and plant life, by using sustainable materials and powered by sustainable energy. Many of the factories will also be in scientific innovation centres, where the brightest from our STEM classes and universities can also be designing and building to help establish more businesses to make products that enhance communities financially, spiritually, proactive in supporting the people and planet together. So that's what support local is. It's not just about one big conglomerate that owns everything. It's about putting together a fund, a war chest, to help everybody in as many places as we can from the help that we all give each other. So, please do get in touch. And sign up, so when we start the launch, you guys will be on board and we can all rise together. That's what we're doing. We're rising up together. Not as some political party or something, but just as a group of human beings that know we can do better. And when we all rise as one, we can all support local. Please get in touch. Please join us.